this video 5 unfairly banned supplements that are actually good for your kidneys. Don't miss my number 1 in particular because that one can cut your creatinine in half. Gathering here, I'm a doctor in natural medicine and I've been helping CKD patients improve their outcomes for more than a decade now. And I'm still shocked by the fact that most doctors still don't know in 2024 that not all of their CKD patients are supposed to end up in dialysis. I mean, it's like they missed the memo or maybe it got lost in their spam folder. I don't know. But they all know very well that the supplements you are taking are bad for you. It's like they're saying, we don't know how to fix your kidneys, but we do know how to ruin your day. And while it's a proven fact that CKD doesn't necessarily end up in dialysis, are these old school doctors right about supplements? Or have some supplements been banned for dumb, outdated reasons and now you are missing out on safe, effective ways to improve your kidney function? Guys, there are actually 5 supplements that are supported by large scientific studies to be good for kidney patients and that are still forbidden. Are you ready to see what they are? Starting with number 5, barberry. The barberry is a shrub that grows tart red berries that have been used for centuries for their medicinal properties. And if the name of this plant makes you think about berberine, well, that's because barberry is one of the main sources of berberine. Okay, now you may ask, who has banned this supplement and why? First of all, the states of Maine, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New York, and Pennsylvania. They are afraid that this plant will invade and disrupt their native ecosystems with its dense, prickly thickets. And nobody wants that, of course, but what if someone with kidney disease sources their berberine from a different state? Wouldn't that be safe? Well, no, at least according to the National Kidney Foundation, NKF in short. In fact, as we can clearly see, barberry is on top of their list of herbs that CKD patients should avoid. And just like most doctors, they don't really provide any explanation about why this herb should be considered dangerous. They just tell you, no. I mean, it's like getting rejected by a date but with less chance of a second opinion. What to do then? Well guys, there is a reason why I've recommended berberine extract that can come from barberry in many of my videos. Because it works. According to what's probably the most authoritative source about berberine, a meta-analysis published on the Endocrine Journal in 2019 and conducted on 2,313 type 2 diabetes patients, berberine is very effective for diabetes. Patients had, on average, a reduction in fasting blood glucose levels, shown as FPG in this study, by 0.54 millimole per liter, as we can see. And that's really a lot. Other sources are confirming that this supplement has an efficacy comparable to that of metformin, but with less side effects. Not to mention that berberine can also directly improve the health of your kidneys, as we can see here. Yep, berberine doesn't just lower blood sugar, it gives it a gentle nudge down a very steep hill. And guys, if you think this info is useful, don't forget to like this video and maybe share it with a friend so more people will get a chance to see it. And if you think that the NKF banning barberry is not surprising enough, well, be prepared to take a look at a ban that's even more shocking. Number 4 is the FDA ban on curcumin.
Wait. What?
Yes, I'm not joking. The FDA actually proposed a ban on curcumin. Curcumin is the active compound in turmeric, a staple in the Indian cuisine, and they are trying to ban it. Not to mention that curcumin is actually one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories in existence. And trust me when I say this, CKD patients really need natural anti-inflammatories. You may probably already know that NSAIDs are really bad for your kidneys, but what to do if you are in pain? Tylenol? Well, Tylenol or acetaminophen is also associated with kidney damage just like NSAIDs. It's not any better actually. Curcumin, on the other hand, is not just extremely efficient at pain relief in case of arthritis and other inflammatory conditions. It also has kidney protecting properties. So a completely natural remedy that has the pain relieving effect of NSAIDs, but that instead of damaging the kidneys, well, it protects them. Of course, they are trying to ban it. I mean, curcumin is the superhero of spices and every good story needs a villain, right? Now, to make things even more ridiculous, even the NKF is forbidding CKD patients from using turmeric because it has potassium in it. Yeah, they are still going by the old rule of being extremely terrified by dietary potassium, even though that rule was repealed years ago. This is still on their website in 2024. Now, the funny part, do you know how much potassium you will get from a teaspoon of turmeric? A whopping 56 milligrams. Shocking. Keep in mind that even when potassium was restricted, CKD patients were still supposed to get 3,000 milligrams or more of potassium per day. So 56 milligrams is an amount of potassium that will make no difference at all for anyone. Why? Why do these people feel the need to give these incredibly confusing recommendations to CKD patients? Okay, up next, number 3. A question now, how many of you guys have asked their doctors for some vitamins and were given a hard no for an answer? Let me know in comment section. Because everyone with a medical degree should know by now that kidney patients are incredibly at risk for vitamin deficiencies. Vitamin D and the vitamins of the B group in particular are a must for people with CKD. They are not banned, let's be very clear on this. But there is a vitamin in particular that's still banned today and that could have incredible benefits for some CKD patients. This is vitamin E. Vitamin E is actually one of the most powerful antioxidants in existence. Due to this property, it was used to achieve serious improvements in GFR and creatinine levels in select CKD patients. Now, this vitamin works especially well in patients with diabetes and CKD in the earlier stages. So I would consider supplementing a natural form of vitamin E such as tocotrienol in patients in stage 3A, 3B maximum with diabetes. Or even better, get this vitamin in its most natural form, which is from foods. Sunflower seeds are probably the best food you can find when it comes to vitamin E. Just 1 ounce of these seeds contains up to the 66% of your DV for vitamin E, which is amazing because now you are getting this vitamin without violating any order from your doctor. I'm wondering what the NKF would say about eating a little bit of sunflower seed daily in order to get a better kidney function. Oh, here we go. They are forbidding it because it has phosphorus. I mean, really? The NKF don't know that we don't really absorb phosphorus from plant-based foods? I'm wondering who is funding them at this point. Because let's take a look at this list for a moment. This is going to be informative. As we can see, they are forbidding CKD patients from a long list of perfectly safe supplements and even foods with medicinal properties because they have phosphorus in them. But how much phosphorus can you get from some coriander leaves? A milligram? And what about ginseng? That 99% of people only take as extract? I mean, you'd get more phosphorus from licking a postage stamp. Who made this list? Someone would say that it is time to defund the American Kidney Fund, but What I say is, let's take a look at their list of forbidden supplements again, because I'm starting to think we are going to find some of the healthiest supplements for your kidneys in there. Actually, our number 2 is also coming from their list of forbidden supplements, and it is bitter melon. Also banned because of its phosphorus content, which is laughable at best. Bitter melon is one of the healthiest superfoods in existence. And I'm glad they are trying to ban it, so I have an excuse to talk about it. Now, from a botanical point of view, bitter melon is part of the gourd family, which also includes cucumbers, watermelons, pumpkins, and squashes. But from a kidney fund point of view, this veggie is actually a supplement with too much phosphorus for your kidneys. And putting it on a list of banned supplements is as shocking as it gets, in my opinion. And not just because bitter melon is a whole food and not a supplement. Also because bitter melon only has 45 milligrams of phosphorus per cup, which is a very small amount, almost insignificant, since it's coming from a plant. I mean, why don't they warn you about processed foods, dairy, meat, and fish instead? This is the kind of phosphorus that's sending CKD patients in dialysis, not bitter melon. This is a very, very misleading list. And again, it's coming from the National Kidney Foundation, so doctors are going to follow these instructions. But now you may ask, why is bitter melon interesting enough for us to ignore a ban from the NKF? Well, bitter melon has twice the beta-carotene of broccoli, twice the calcium of spinach, and it's also rich in fiber and in vitamin C, vitamin B1, B2, and B3. But the reason why this gourd is completely worth a trip or two to the nearest Asian market is another. This gourd is a natural treatment for diabetes. This veggie blurs the lines between normal foods and actual natural medicine. In this study, diabetes patients who were eating bitter melon daily not just had a significant decrease in body weight and in HbA1c levels, as we can see. They also protected their kidney function. In fact, their creatinine didn't increase during the study, while that of diabetes patients who weren't taking bitter melon did. Yes, eating this one before meals can make a serious difference with diabetes and kidney disease, and it proves once again that you need to get informed and not just trust authorities randomly banning all sorts of foods and supplements. But now you may ask, why are they banning all sorts of supplements in a seemingly random way that makes no sense at all? Is forbidding CKD patients from taking all sorts of supplements something they just find amusing, or is there method to their madness? I wish we could ask them. Hey, National Kidney Foundation, can I take supplements if I have kidney disease?
You should not be taking herbal supplements if you have kidney disease for the simple reason that herbal supplements are not FDA regulated.
Okay, I got it. Stop taking supplements. Only take prescription medications, they say, because someone could have gotten something wrong with these natural remedies and that could cause you trouble, right? Because there is no chance at all that someone gets anything wrong when it comes to, prescribing perfectly safe, FDA-regulated medications. No, wait! Medical errors actually are the third leading cause of death in the US. So yeah, what about maybe stop overprescribing and misprescribing extremely dangerous drugs, and then we can talk about what supplements are safe and what are not? Now guys, the lady from the NKF also makes a good point about supplements.
That herbal supplements are not FDA regulated. There have been examples where within one bottle, one pill, ingredients differ vastly from another pill.
And she says, supplement safety is not something we should underestimate. However, there are also reputable brands out there that have been in business for a long time because their customers trust them and because their supplements are safe. So how can you make sure that the supplements you are taking actually contain what it says on the label? Well, there are a few rules you can follow to completely avoid the risk of taking dangerous supplements. First of all, choose reputable brands. Opt for supplements from well-established reputable companies that have undergone third-party testing for quality, safety, and purity. Look for certifications from organizations like USP, NSF, or Consumer Lab, and also research the supplement before taking anything. Gather information from reliable sources such as scientific journals and reputable health websites to understand the supplement's potential benefits, risks, and most importantly, interactions. Google is your friend, and if you can, ask a naturopath. Like me, use the comment section. Now, many brands sell supplements made from various ingredients because they believe they may give them an edge in terms of results or sales. Be especially careful with proprietary formulas and double check every single ingredient for safety. And also very important, monitor your response. Keep track of any changes in your lab values and overall health after starting the supplement. Notice that I've said this supplement. Never start several things at once. This way, if you have a side effect, you will know for sure what's causing it. Okay guys, time for our number one now. So, they say that only what's regulated by the FDA is safe. But what if the FDA main goal was not to protect the health of the consumer, but to protect the wallets of pharmaceutical companies? Will they start banning perfectly safe and effective supplements just because some company was able to patent a natural compound in the 60s and now wants all the profits? Sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, right? But what if I told you that this actually happened? It happened to one of the most powerful, most effective antioxidants nature has ever created. This was actually used in a study to cut creatinine levels in half. And yeah, the FDA banned this natural remedy in 2020. During that year, they started sending cease and desist letters to companies selling this natural remedy. But the reason was not safety concerns. No, they only cared about the fact that since some big pharma patented this natural compound as a drug in the year 1963, supplement companies were not supposed to sell it, even if it works, even if it's safe. I mean, doesn't that sound dystopic? However, luckily for us, people got tired of this kind of government bullying and they started to make petitions. This is why in 2022, the FDA finally caved in and they are now letting you buy this life-saving supplement without having to sell a kidney. Yes, I'm talking about NAC, of course. N-acetyl-L-cysteine is one of the most powerful antioxidants on earth with the incredible kidney protecting benefits. NAC is so powerful that it can be prescribed to CKD patients undergoing an imaging exam with contrast because it may protect from the huge amount of oxidative damage these tests can do. And NAC can also be effectively used long-term to prevent everyday oxidative damage to the kidneys. This supplement is actually so good at protecting your kidneys from this damage that it was actually used to lower creatinine by 50% in a study. And guys, if you want to learn more about how to protect your kidneys, this video is for you. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!